know within the next 4 minutes is gone? How do you ensure that the human population and the world will be remembered? Well, what if I told you that billions of miles away from the Earth, there are 2 records in space, like the one I'm holding today? On the Voyager spacecrafts, there are 2 identical golden records. Today we will be exploring the purpose, the content, and the meaning of these records. So before we get into all these records have to offer, let's get into how these records ended up in space in the first place. Now, back in the 70s, astronomers knew little to nothing about the outer planets of our solar system. And so the Voyager mission started. According to NASA and the astronomers, the primary mission was the exploration of Jupiter and Saturn. While working on this mission, astronomers and scientists knew that this spacecraft would never return to Earth. And so, wouldn't it be nice to leave a little message in a bottle in case some kind of intelligent life form comes across these records? That is exactly what astronomers Carl Sagan and Frank Drake thought. Now that we know how these records ended up in space, we can get into the content. What is actually on these records? Well, on these records, there are 116 encoded images. How can an image be on a record? Through sound waves. The sound waves can be decoded into images. There are also greetings in 55 different languages, as well as music from different countries all over the world in sounds, like rain, animals, and trains, all kinds of stuff. But how would they be able to actually know how to work this record and put it in the record player? Well, scientists thought of that as well. So you see on the front of the record, there is a hydrogen atom, which is the measurement of how all of these instructions can be deciphered. Next to the hydrogen atom, there is the solar system. Instructions of how to get to our solar system and how specifically to get to planet Earth. Above that is instructions of how to actually put the record on the record player and play it at the specific speed. And then right next to that is how to actually turn the sound waves into images. And as of November of 2026, Voyager 1 will be 16 billion miles away from Earth. According to astronomers, the Voyager 1 will be the first human-made object to reach this distance. Now, what does this mean? Sending out a record into space, welcoming who knows what to our solar system, highlighting all the great qualities of humanity and Earth, proof of our existence and proof that we were here. The story of the Voyager 1 and their records is inspirational, not only to astronomers, but to us students as well. As we start off our careers, we are constantly searching for our purpose, why we are going into what we are doing, and what meaning that we want to leave behind. So hopefully within the past 4 minutes, you have been able to think of what purpose that you want to leave behind. And you will think back to the purpose, what content is on these records, and the meaning behind them all.